Hello, hello, welcome to RVR Closet. So I thought I could do a small comparison between my different shifters I have here. So I disconnected my TH8A from my son's setup just to make it a bit more handy. So I thought I could start off with the G27 shifter, which is the cheapest. I got one extra of those when I hooked my son up with my old G27 setup, and I bought an extra shifter for about 20 bucks, just a bit above. One thing that you need if you are using that on a PC, what I use is this Leo Bodner USB adapter for G25, 27 and G29 shifters, and that will make it another 20 British pounds to get this to work with the PC. This is also modded with 3DRAP version 3.2, I believe it is, which makes the shifting a lot nicer. More resistance to it, and I also have an aftermarket gear knob on it. Mostly plastic. There are some metal inside of it. Have been holding up so far, but I know they can wear out if you are a bit rough on the gears. The biggest selling point for the G27, I think, is that you get the extra button box layout to binding game. Works really good, and yeah, modded, it's not that bad with this V3 3DRAP mod. It's pretty nice. It's a 6-speed transmission with a reverse. So moving on, next we have the SHH shifter, 3D printed shifter. I think this was somewhere around $80 or $90. I also got this extra for it. You don't really need this. This makes it a bit more fiddly to change between H pattern and sequential. I got this because I thought I was going to use this only as a sequential shifter, but turned out I really like the H pattern of it as well, so I only use the stock plate to it. Also have set an aftermarket gear knob. You get two with this one. One like this, H pattern, really light gear knob. I think they have upgraded the gear knobs or made an option to buy something more substantial, if I don't remember wrong. But you get this, or I got that, and let's see where I have the other one, and also this for the sequential shifts. Really easy to change. Here is from H pattern. You just press it down and turn it, and it's sequential. And you also have to flick this button. So now it's sequential and back in H pattern. A bit rough in the texture and 3D printed plastic. Inside it's metal, and so far it's holding up good. I have had it for a bit over half a year. Used it a lot, no issues so far. But yeah, really nice. I really like the clunk and feel to the shifting of this one. And also in sequential is also nice. So yeah, really nice cheap shifter when getting into sim racing. You also have some different mounting possibilities with it. I went for the angle iron. You also have some clamping options, like a table clamp mount and some other stuff. You can also change what colors you want, both for the base and the plate of the shifter, so that's pretty nice. And you can also, if you want a special logo or your own logo, you can get that on it as well. Next is the Thrustmaster TH8A shifter. This is a bit more expensive, comes up in the middle 1000 range, I think. What would that be? Somewhere between $150 and $200, I would believe. Looks really nice. As you can see here, I'm an old Ferrari fan, and I just love the looks of this. Really reminds of the old Ferrari shifters, so that's really nice. Also a bit more metal on this one, about the top plate and the base, some plastic, and yeah, inside it's also metal with some plastic parts. The shifter isn't that, it's not that much resistance to it. That could have been better, I think. And let's see, where is it? Here we have it. And you have an option to change the resistance of it with the screwdriver inside there, but the screw they use in there tears really fast, and yeah, not a good quality on that screw. And the feeling, even when you make it a bit harder on resistance, isn't that great. I did use 3-drop mod, making this a lot better in feel. This is stock though. The selling points of the TH8A shifter is the looks is really nice. I also like the long throw of this shifter. Yeah, build quality is also really good, and probably the best thing about it is that you can swing this mount around, and also the top plate. Let's see if I can do it here with only one hand. I have it a bit loose, maybe not enough. Yeah, like this. So you can swing this all around in any direction, so you shouldn't have any issue to mount this. You can mount it from the front like this, or from the back, from the side, either side, or from an angle, and just spin the top plate around to match the shifting. So that's a really nice feature of this shifter. It also can be changed to sequential, but that's not really that great, and it's a bit fiddly. You have to unscrew and change to this top plate instead, so that takes a bit of time. And the feeling is the best, and you can also, like I have on it here, have it as an analog handbrake. So nice feature, but yeah, the resistance isn't that great. I have done mods on it, but it's still pretty light. But yeah, that's the TH8A. Lastly, I have my Fanatec SQ 1.5 shifter. This is my favorite one. Really nice clunk and feel to it. You can really hammer this shifter. Really sturdy, great build quality, all metal. Can also be changed really easy to sequential by flicking a switch down here. I hardly ever use it as a sequential. I mostly drive H-pattern cars. You get this gear knob and also a sequential one for it. Mounting, it's pretty hard, pretty heavy, and a bit clunky and big. I have mounted it on, like I did a frame, a wooden frame for it, but I guess it could be a bit of an issue to mount this shifter. There is the Allen key you can use to change resistance of it in a hole in here. And another downside is the price. It's like, what is it, 250 euros or something like that. So it's the most expensive shifter I have. So, an advice. This is my favorite one, but for anyone that's just going into sim racing, I would advise you to go for the SHH shifter. Really cheap, one of the cheaper ones, and also really nice feel to it, and easy to change between H-pattern and sequential. I forgot to mention, you also have two small screws on the shaft of the shifter that you can change the resistance of it. That was pretty fiddly. You needed to get some power down on the screwdriver, and with only those small screwdrivers that wasn't that easy, but yeah, it was manageable, and is changeable in resistance, so that's good. So yeah, my first pick for anyone new would be the SHH shifter. If you have the money, go for the Fanatec. So yeah, that was my comparison of my shifters I have and use. Hope you liked the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I see you in the next one. Take care, bye bye.